Chris Cuomo is being investigated for sexual harassment as Tucker Carlson goes totally scorched earth on CNN. In this video, we're going to take a look at the secret audio tapes of Chris Cuomo aired by Tucker Carlson, how they reveal an utterly astonishing hypocrisy on the part of CNN, and how Carlson's bomb drop is but the latest escalation in the civil war erupting within the mainstream media. You are not going to want to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you as always. If this is your first time here with us, I post 2 videos a day analyzing current events and analyze some super awesome conservative trends so we can all live in the present in light of even better things to come. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. It'd be an absolute privilege to have you as a regular part of this channel where each and every day we together celebrate the inevitable collapse of left-wing globalism and the unstoppable rise of a new conservative age. But first, I'm sure you know, but athletes, celebrities, and high performers are all going keto. This is a diet that's being praised around the world because it's widely effective at boosting metabolism, elevating energy, and enhancing mental focus. But for many, it is an extremely difficult diet to follow, cutting out all the carbs and all. And so, if you want all the benefits of elevated ketone levels, but without having to actually do the difficult parts of the keto diet, you will want Keto Elevate. I use it myself. I put it in my coffee every morning and it tastes great and curbs my appetite for hours. Now, if you click on the link below, you can get your very own first shipment of Keto Elevate on its way right to you right now at a whopping 51% off the regular price. So don't wait. Click on that link below and reap the rewards that Keto Elevate can bring to your life today. All right, let's dive right in here. We have got an astonishing development, a new civil war that seems to be erupting from within the mainstream news media itself. The other night, Tucker Carlson of Fox News played secret audio of a conversation between Chris Cuomo and the now disgraced former attorney to President Trump, Michael Cohen. Apparently, CNN's Cuomo and Cohen, they're good buddies, all right? But for whatever reason, Cohen secretly recorded some of their conversations, specifically those involving Cuomo probing Cohen on what he knew about Trump allegedly paying off Stormy Daniels, who claimed to have an affair with him. And so on his highly rated program the other night, indeed what has become the highest rated show in cable news history, Tucker Carlson played a minute-long portion of that conversation, which purportedly spans nearly 2 hours. And in the clip, Cuomo can be heard dismissing allegations that he sexually harassed women while working at ABC. Here is what Cuomo said, quote, "You know, I'm always careful when I talk to the media. Do you know how many effing phone calls I've gotten from people at ABC who say that reporters are calling and lying about things they've heard about me to try to get stories about me when I was at ABC? Guys calling and saying, I heard he was the Charlie Rose of ABC. He used to invite women to a hotel and open his bathrobe. Do I look like the kind of effing guy who's got to do that?" Now, if you don't know, Charlie Rose was a news correspondent at CBS. He had a decades-long career. He also had his own show on PBS, and he was fired, and his career totally collapsed back in November 2017 after 8 women came out and accused him of sexual harassment, for which he later apologized. So Cuomo went on to complain to Cohen that reporters were calling up ABC and saying things like, I have a good source that says he forced one woman to have sex. I just want to know if you've ever heard anything like that. Now, to be clear, Cuomo absolutely denies any of this, but he went on to describe some of the allegations against him. And again, I'm quoting him here. Women who do work, they're saying, oh yeah, you know, some of these men naming me with other guys, you know, we bumped into each other once in the elevator and he put his hand on my shoulder and he made me feel really uncomfortable. I mean, what the F? It's a problem. And now I'm careful with the media always. I've always told you the media is not your friend. There's just so much here in terms of what's going on in our media culture right now. Now, again, just to clarify, Cuomo worked at ABC for over a decade, from the year 2000 to 2013, before he joined CNN. He was a co-anchor of Good Morning America, and I believe he also co-hosted 2020. And Michael Cohen is completely denying that he leaked the tape, by the way. He took to Twitter and he complained that he emphatically did not give this recording or authorization for its use to Fox News. or anyone. POTUS and cronies violated my First Amendment rights, and now this, all to discredit me and my book. What's next? And then he couldn't resist it. That the publicity was so good, he tweeted out an image of his upcoming book, and he said, "Coming soon." So obviously everyone's kind of going, "Yeah, this is pretty good publicity for sure." I don't know. I have a feeling Cohen leaked this audio for his upcoming book. But regardless, now, I think there's several things here that are very significant surrounding the release of this recording. Some obviously specific to Cuomo and CNN, but there are some larger ramifications for the future of the mainstream media as a whole. But first, we've got a great gift for you. It's called our Fake News Antidote. How appropriate, right? It's a compilation of about 20 sites that I go to for my news each and every day, and you can download it completely free at the link down below in the pinned comment section. I think you're going to love this. If you're looking for alternative news sources that actually celebrate the rise of the new conservative age rather than denigrate it, then these are the go-to sites that you'll definitely enjoy, and yours absolutely free by clicking on the link below. It is my gift to you. So let's look at some of the ramifications of Tucker's scorched earth policy against CNN. First and foremost, Tucker Carlson himself called out the patent hypocrisy of Cuomo and CNN, the blatant and patent hypocrisy. I mean, there's so much hypocrisy, it's literally dripping down his pants, right? So let's just start with Cuomo's assertion here. His absolute and unqualified assertion. Again, I quote, "I'm careful with the media always. I've always told you the media is not your friend." Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't the media precisely what Chris Cuomo defends and champions day after day against Trump's claims of fake news? Isn't this what Cuomo is saying? You don't trust the media because in the end, they're all about fake news. They lie. It's all fake news. Note his emphasis on the term always. I'm careful with the media always. I've always told you the media is not your friend. So how do you have someone like this as your major news anchor, one of your network's major stars, come out night after night defending the media when the cameras are on, only to turn around and completely denigrate the media when the cameras are off? So just at the level of media trustworthiness, this tape is a disaster. But then we can turn to the hypocrisy surrounding Cuomo's incessant virtue signaling. Tucker opined on his program that the recording, and I'm quoting Tucker here, quote, "raises a number of questions about Cuomo's personal behavior off the air," close quote, and it does. It's not merely what he's being investigated for by these reporters. I mean, that's bad enough. It's the way he dismisses the allegations. "Look at me. You think I'm the kind of effing guy that needs to do things like that? Beg for women? Right? You think I need these cheesy tricks like Charlie Rose? I mean, give me a break." It's not just the investigations. It's the kind of callousness that calls into question Cuomo's character. And that's a big question. Cuomo, as I'm sure you are all well aware of, has become one of the major princes of virtue signaling in our culture today, and a major champion of the Me Too movement. And as Tucker points out, if these kinds of allegations were made against you or me, right, inappropriate behavior towards women in an elevator and whatever, I mean, Cuomo would very well likely denounce you and call for your cancellation. In fact, in July 2018, Cuomo played on his CNN show a recorded conversation between President Trump and Cohen about buying the rights to a former Playboy model's story about her alleged affair with Trump. He did that in order to discredit our president. However, as Tucker pointed out relentlessly on his show, Cuomo's a very different guy backstage. When the cameras are off, he doesn't appear to be anything resembling that woke warrior we saw on TV. He could callously dismiss these women's voices. They're crazy. They're making up these crazy lies. What the F, right? But then Tucker goes on to another level here, and he goes beyond the hypocritical virtue signaling of Cuomo, and he begins to take on the corporate virtue signaling of CNN. Who, in fact, are these women at ABC? Have they been paid off in exchange for their silence? What does CNN know about all of this? Now, to find out the answers to these questions, Tucker said that his team sent a copy of the tape and a list of questions about the recording to CNN's head of strategic communications, as well as what Tucker called that kid who's got that media show on the weekends, which is an apparent slight of the precocious CNN chief media correspondent Brian Stelter. As of his show last night and as of the making of this video, CNN has yet to respond, and I think it'll be crickets from this point forward. So what we're seeing here, it seems to me, is a clear escalation in the mainstream media wars, or better, an escalation in a growing civil war between mainstream media outlets. It's no secret that CNN and MSNBC and the New York Times and the Washington Post despise Fox News. They never tire of disparaging and denigrating their coverage. Many Democratic politicians have boycotted Fox News, decrying the network as a propaganda machine of the far right. Yeah, right. All nonsense. But things escalated big time when Carlson found out that the New York Times was actually attempting to find his home address and publish it to their readers. I don't know if you heard about this. This was back in July. But Tucker Carlson on his show announced that he had uncovered information that revealed that the New York Times was prepping an upcoming story that included publishing Tucker's home address, and accused the far-left outlet of planning to share his personal information in an attempt to silence him. Now, when he broke the story, the New York Times immediately retracted. They dumped the story, and they denied that they were doing anything of the sort. But obviously that was not enough for Tucker. And so by airing this humiliating and hypocritical secret recording of Cuomo, Tucker in effect went nuclear. He went scorched earth on CNN. Make no mistake, if enough people hear these tapes, that can do extraordinary damage to CNN. Make no mistake, they're not invincible. Their audience has plenty of left-wing options to choose from, MSNBC being the most obvious. So this really is a major escalation, what appears to be nothing less than a civil war erupting within the mainstream media, which is very good news for those of us who despise the fake news media, right? So make sure you download your antidote. Those of us who consume and trust alternative media, this is awesome. You know the old saying, never interfere with an enemy while he's in the process of destroying himself. Well, that appears to be exactly what we're seeing here with the mainstream media. We're seeing a major escalation in the media battle to discredit their media competitors. This is no longer the various networks working professionally and collegially and amiably with each other. This is full-out war. We're seeing increasingly severe and hostile attempts to discredit the media competition as hypocrites, as purveyors of fake news, as far-left ideologues, or sometimes far-right, as election interferers. Tucker Carlson's scorched earth attack on CNN was a major hit against the competition, and it may have been just the beginning. Now, before you go, make sure to like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel, and you'll definitely want to check out my latest video I just uploaded on how armed militias are surging like never before as President Trump defends the Kenosha shooter, Kyle Rittenhouse. You are not going to want to miss that. So make sure to click on the link, and I will see you over there. God bless.